So I'm focusing on one aspect in the second half of Black Clover and Fergalon Vermilion. He finally woke up. Yeah, he did. And he did um, after Nova Chrono basically passed and after Merolona Vermilion she lost against the elves and some other awakened elves. Um, and at the same time, the royal capital was attacked, and the Crimson Lion wizards were losing it. His little brother was losing it, and um, Fergalon woke up, and he didn't just awaken, by the way. So remember, he was missing an arm. Apparently, he lost that arm when he was like startled when he found out that William Vengeance was lit because he was absorbed into that other dimension by that uh, teleporter guy. And when he found out, Licht at that point just used his light ability, light sword ability, and chop off his arm, and they got one of the magic stones from it. And he had been, just sleeping. And his sleep, when he's saying that, oh, I lost it and such, he found one of the four spirits. He found Salamander, the fire spirit, which is interesting because that fire spirit was attached to one of the third eyes, the female third eye called Fana. And Fana actually attacked the witch forest along with other Eye of the Midnight Sun people to get hold of the magic stone. And she failed, but she didn't actually die or something. So remember, there was this diamond guy, I forgot his name. Yeah, I forgot his name, Mark or something. It's not Marks, but something like that. I forgot. He basically, they met Asta and such in that dungeon, not the underwater temple, even before that. And he was like the ruthless guy, but apparently, in order to become like that, he had to face this test where he has to survive that massacre, and he had to kill his dear friend, whose name was Fana, apparently. And Licht found that Fana and activated the third eye spell and basically made Fana an awakened elf within the human Fana's body. And when they came to attack as the Diamond Kingdom, the guy saw it and saw the Fana and said, no, I'm changed, I'm not gonna do that. And he like hugged her or something, and that kind of undid the spell. And Fana, before undoing, was already losing the salamander. She was losing the salamander, but the salamander was like pierced by Asta's sword, even though the salamander was still alive and such. So somehow the salamander got away, like it was gone. Apparently, these spirits are actually not something that is awakened within the human, within the magic user, but they're actually like the name suggests, they are spirits somewhere, and they like choose a wizard and say that, okay, I am with you. So Salamander, in a sense, chose Fana and became attached to her after she got the third eye. But after she lost it and she said, oh yeah, I remember you and I'm coming to my senses, and decided to escape with that guy, somehow Salamander left her. So now Salamander was free, and Salamander decided to attach himself to Fergalon Vermilion, who is a fire user, a very strong fire user. Merolona was even stronger though, because she's using Mana Zone. We didn't really see the entire strength of Fergalon, but I mean, he's somebody who can lose an arm like that, even though he was, caught off guard. He can't be more powerful than Merolona. Merolona was using Mana Zone and can do very nice close quarters combat. So Fergulion basically gets awakened with the Salamander, and now in his right arm, there's no arm there physically, but there is now a firearm. In fact, he held the Salamander on his arm. Salamander initially was quite little when we first met Fana. Then that Salamander became like a giant, it was huge. In this case, in the Fergulion's case, it is neither giant nor is it small. It's like a human body size dragon right now. So I think this represents the maturation level of the spirit that is attached to the wizard. In fact, recently Yuno's spirit Sylph got a little bit bigger because Yuno got stronger. So I think, yeah, size grows as the spirit user becomes more familiar with. And now, Fergulion protected his wizard knights and said that we are going to protect the royal knight. So Fergulion is back. He's a nice guy, he's a strong guy, but also, even though he's royalty, he's a humble guy. So who knows? Now that Nova Chrono is gone, maybe he will be the next king. It's possible. But yeah, I mean, to have this guy introduced and let him sleep for like 2/3 of the anime so far, and now finally wake up, I bet he's going to do a lot more with that Salamander. He's just started using it now. I think he's gonna get even stronger in the future. So yeah, he's back.